Senator James Paterson is in Batmania right now, of course, where he was by remote, asking questions of the Defence Force today. Put simply, it's clear, slam dunk. Andrews lied a couple of weeks ago when he said the ADF wasn't there for support. Tell us what you were able to get out of the brass today.
Paul, the testimony by Lieutenant General John Fruin before the COVID-19 Senate Select Committee today was devastating in its brevity and its directness. It flatly contradicted what Daniel Andrews has been telling Victorians for weeks, including his sworn testimony before a parliamentary inquiry, where he claimed that there was no specific offer made by the Australian Defence Force and the federal government to assist in hotel quarantine. Lieutenant General John Fruin said that's not true. There was a specific offer. It was for the purposes of hotel quarantine. And indeed, as we all know, given that New South Wales and Queensland took up that offer, and given the Lieutenant General confirmed to the committee today that the same offer was made to all states and territories, it's already been fairly obvious that Daniel Andrews has been misleading the public, but now there is no doubt. Daniel Andrews' follow-up excuse that, well, the extent to which the ADF has been involved in hotel quarantine in New South Wales has been very limited. They've basically only been ferrying people from the airport to the hotels, was also, again, flatly contradicted by the evidence by the Lieutenant General. He confirmed that ADF personnel in New South Wales assisting with hotel quarantine, who amount to some 360 personnel, have been involved in a range of activities, including providing security in the hotels themselves for the purpose of quarantine. So it was a very bad day for Daniel Andrews.
What was the smother that was put up by Labor and the Greens trying to either change the subject or try to poke holes in what was very blatantly and obviously proven?
Well, perhaps, Paul, it's just because I'm the only Victorian on the committee, but no Labor senator or Green senator or crossbench senator, or in fact any other senator, asked any questions at all to the Lieutenant General about this matter. Given the enormous public controversy about it that's been raging for weeks, all the conflicting reports, I would have thought that more interest would have been shown in this, but they managed to divert their attention to other matters for the duration of his testimony.
All right, Senator, thank you. Do appreciate it. Just wanted to put it out there in the open one more time. Here's what Andrew said a couple of weeks ago to that sworn testimony given to that parliamentary inquiry. He lied then. Roll the tape.
So my question is, why did you choose to use private security guards rather than police or ADF?
Well, I'm glad you mentioned the use of ADF. I don't believe ADF support was on offer. And ADF support has been provided in very limited circumstances in New South Wales, not to provide security as such, but to provide transportation from the airport to hotels. So again, I think it is fundamentally incorrect to assert that there was hundreds of ADF staff on offer and somehow someone said no.
And the Senator's question and the answer from the bloke from the ADF, the brass couldn't be clearer. We were there to help.
The numbers that we had on standby were an initial number that we thought it would be prudent to have available for that, a quick reaction.
And there were those 100 that were on standby for Victoria should they require it in late March.
Yes.
Couldn't be clearer. Thank you so much to Senator James Paterson. We continue the conversation, of course, with Nick.